This is my character Lemonhead, and he's one special boy. I found out there was something wrong with him when I tried to leave Elwynn Forest and he would not cross the border. He's not leaving until he completes the zone. How do you complete a zone exactly? Rule number 1. Complete all listed items on all the things, including unlocked major cities. This is level permitting and I must go back and complete any higher level content I unlock as I reach those levels. Rule number 2. Pick 2 professions and do the highest level possible profession action in the zone. This includes fishing, cooking and first aid. Rule number 3. Get all possible available dungeon drops for my class and spec selected, no ninja looting allowed. This includes lower level dungeons if I unlock a low level zone. Rule number 4. Get weapon skill as high as possible for each weapon before leaving the zone, bare hand included. Rule number 5. Get highest possible reputation from factions within a zone. I must grind exalted if there are mobs in the zone that grant reputation within level requirements. Rule number 6. I cannot group unless for a group quest or dungeon. I cannot be boosted and group members must be within the level bracket for the quest or dungeon. Rule number 7. Use of the auction house is limited to selling only and buying reagents for enchanting. Alts can be used for storage purposes. Rule number 8. Once complete, I'll roll a random zone available in the character's level bracket, and this includes low level zones. So here we are, stuck in Elwynn Forest at the start of a new series that will no doubt put my willpower and sanity to the test. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome to One Zone Man. We're here, we're in Elwynn Forest, we're about to kick off whatever this shit is that we're doing. And yeah, just going to get cracking right into it. Obviously there's been a bit of introduction to the video, a bit of a ramble to be honest, just explaining the rules of the series, what we're going to be doing. So there's no reason to kind of dwell too much on the rules. They are what they are. Obviously I had to put in a bit of an explanation about what was happening in the series. No one's really kind of done anything like this that I could find anywhere else on YouTube. So I thought it'd be something unique for World of Warcraft. And we'll see what it's like, see if we can do it. There's obviously quite a few problems kicking off that we'll get into as we get further into Elwynn Forest. But the whole kind of crux of the series is going to be basically this add-on here at the right hand side. So all the things you'll see here, I'll just drag it up a bit and expand it, but this basically lists everything that there is in a zone to do, and you'll see obviously all the quests are listed here, potential rewards, and we can kind of minimise this stuff down. It also gives a lot of things like vendors, and if there's maybe some sort of unique item that a vendor gives, you know, we'll need to pick that up as well. And zone drops. So this is just kind of put into Northshire Valley just now. So while we're here, just doing the kind of start of the zone in Elwynn Forest, we'll just focus on Northshire Valley, and I'll get into some of the problems with Elwynn Forest as a whole once we're finished in this bit. But to kick off, we've got 2 zone drops here. So you're looking at the Small Wooden Hammer, so that's a 2% drop from Kobold Labourers. And then we've got the Pity Defies Short Sword, and that's a 1.3% drop from Defies Thugs. So really, while we're in this part of the zone, we'll probably just grind them out. It'll be beneficial. We'll get some kind of early levels from just grinding out mobs, basically, to kind of get those drops. And yeah, once we're done in Northshire Valley, we'll move on to Elwynn Forest, where it's going to be a lot bigger of a grind once we get into it. So yeah, I'll just probably talk over the first kind of bit of this and some of the ideas that basically forced this to come about. So I play old school RuneScape quite a bit, and basically that's where the premise of the ideas came from. We've got loads of content creators on RuneScape that are doing something called One Chunk Men, where basically they don't move on from a chunk without completing everything in that chunk. And that, oh fucking hell, you get a £6 6 slot bag just first kill. Okay, that's pretty nice and handy. But yeah, those guys basically spend sometimes thousands of hours in one part of the map in RuneScape, and that's where this kind of ideas came from. Um, to try and replicate something similar in World of Warcraft, but we'll see how it goes. You know, I've set quite a lot of rules. Some of them are going to be harder than others to get finished. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll just get grinding, and next few clips probably just be some quests getting completed, and hopefully getting those zone drops that we see there. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. I'm fucking hyped about that 6 slot bag. That is pretty good to get as a first mob kill drop. But yeah, we'll just crack on, and you'll see some more clips soon. So got our first quest that we're handing in here, which is pretty nice. So oh, you need to fucking pick something. So some new feet, so that's nice. And you'll see the number go up on the side there. So 4 out of 26 quests done in Northshire Valley, which is pretty nice. Some of this stuff, it's been ages since I've done any sort of playing WoW, to be honest. So I don't know if some of that stuff we maybe need to go outside of Northshire Valley and come back, but basically, yeah, more quests getting done. That number should start going up the way, which is nice. So yeah, percentage is going up. Quests getting completed. More quests to pick up. Standard starting zone in a World of Warcraft experience, to be honest. So at the Mage Trainer, going to be picking up our first skill of the account, which is nice. So Arcane Intellect, perfect. We'll just dump this here, and obviously we'll sort battles and keybounds out and shit as we go. Well, we've got basically no skills. I'm not going to bother with that. But basically, you know, like all the spells that we can learn, we'll need to pick all those up before we move on as well. So a little bit of kind of grinding out money. I know sometimes in Classic, people don't exactly pick up every single spell just to kind of save money as they're going through the leveling. But yeah, we're gonna have to pick everything up on the way. So yeah, basically now we are killing kobold workers, so the next part of this, and then once we kind of get further in, and we're gonna have to kill the labourers, you know, we'll start grinding out that first weapon drop. So that's us. We've got the quest to kill the kobold labourers now. So I'm basically going to just sit here until we get the drop of the small wooden hammer, and hopefully we get spooned. First drop. Here we go. Yep, no spoon. But it's a 2% drop, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Could be here longer on the quest. Could get it during the quest. Yep, and we'll see how long it takes. So here we are, first chest of the account. No doubt there'll be some fucking insane loot in here. Here we go. Look at that fucking bent shield. Jesus Christ, what a drop. So yeah, we've done the quest, so killed 12. No luck with the hammer during the 12 for the quest, to be expected, to be honest. But we'll kill some as we're running out here, and I'm just going to go back and pick up some skills. So we've hit level 4, and we'll just kill these as we're going out, and if we don't pick it up on the way out, then we will be back to kill some more. So picking up Conjure Water and Frostbolt here, so pretty nice after finishing that quest. And Conjure Water's definitely a huge plus point of playing a mage for this, because I'm going to need all the money that I can get, and every single little bit is going to help, and being able to conjure up my own water without needing to go and buy any. Same with food as well. Once we unlock that, it's going to be pretty big. Even though we can only kind of conjure 2 at a time here, you know, as we level up, that's going to get a lot bigger. So it is very handy for making sure that we stay sustainable without having to spend too much money on food and drink as we go as well. So That is pretty nice. And we're just going to go back to the labourers now and just mash them out until we get the drop. It's back again. The chest. Will we get as lucky as we did last time with the bent shield? Let's find out. Here we go. Oh, a flimsy chain vest. That's about 5 copper right there. Fuck me. What a drop. So here we are, level 5. Very nice. Still no wooden hammer yet, but plus side is now we can make 4 bottles of water. Much better than the 2, but yeah, we're still grinding away. Level 5. Will we get level 6 before we get the wooden hammer? Oh shit, we got it. Okay. Nice. So we didn't even get halfway until 6 before we picked it up. Button. But yeah, there's the small wooden hammer, which is pretty fucking nice. One of the things though that you'll see after getting that drop is the the add-on doesn't check it off, so it's not picking up that you've got that and it's signed off, and that's kind of where I was kind of coming from in the rule set with alts for storage purposes. So I'm gonna try and keep all of these items that I get, and obviously this shit's not soulbound, so I can send that across to like another alt, for example, to stick that in the bank. But what we'll probably do is just put stuff like that in their own bank just now. But the option is there for us to send stuff over to alts just to show that we've got it. We've still got it within our account, and obviously all of it's going to be recorded anyway, so you'll see that I've got the drop. But yeah, that's the first kind of mini grind out the way. Nearly halfway to level 6 from doing that as well. And you'll see here up in the right hand side, we've got the Brotherhood of Thieves quest to do. And as part of that, we'll do the quest, we'll come back, hand it in, and we will be going for the Pitted Defies Short Sword next. And that is a 1.2% drop. So it's a bit less likely that we're going to get that as quick, but we'll see. Might get lucky. Some of the grinds are going to take longer than others, and yeah, that's pretty good. Nice to get the first one out of the way. So we've done the bandanas quest. Didn't get spooned, which is unfortunate, but we're not going to get spooned on all the drops we're looking for. But still a couple of things to do here. We've got these buckets to pick up, the main guy to kill here, and I think he can drop the short sword. It's just I'm pretty sure his drop rate's a bit lower than the Defies Thugs, so it's most definitely worth just killing these guys and just killing him once for the quest. But we'll keep going. Stick around here until we've got the short sword, and once we've got that, it's just a couple of quests handed in, wrapping up, and then we'll move on to the main part of Elwynn Forest. Here we go, first boss fight of the account. Going to be pretty fucking tough. And I got level 6 at some point as well, but did not realise, but that's pretty good. Hopefully we can get out of here before we get level 7. And we're gonna get spooned for this boss fight here, 100%. Never lucky. Okay, unlucky. So we just keep grinding then. We'll probably go hand these quests in and keep hammering away at these Defies Thugs. Picking up level 6 skills now. We should probably have enough cash. Right, to Fireball, Fire Blast, and Conjure Food. So that is good. More damage, free food. Can just forget about ever buying food again. And we've got a quest upstairs turning as well. But that is some good unlocks at level 6. Should make the grind a bit easier. And all good. So just while we're running back over here to the Defies Thugs, I think looking at it, we are probably done with the most part for the quests in Northshire Valley. Obviously it says 12 out of 25 there, but I think that those are either quests, that I've got here. I've got one to go up to Goldshire, so I'm pretty sure that falls under here. And there'll probably be some other ones as well, like that quest that's up at the gate as you leave. That will count underneath that. And if there's anything else that is going to be coming back in to this area, will probably be included under that as well. So obviously, before we finish up the zone, we'll be double checking that to make sure that we've definitely covered everything. But for the most part, I think getting this short sword should let us move on to Goldshire next. Well, being a mage is fantastic. It is partially just ridiculous at how quick that I run out of mana and need to sit down and drink again, which is probably the main downside here of being a mage. So, we killed them pretty quick, that's two, and then probably a third mob. So if I just a couple of fireballs, boom, boom, pretty much dead. And then I'm needing to sit down and drink again. So it is a bit of a slog as a mage. Well, it's probably the best class to level as. Early levels here, it's pretty much drinking simulator, where I'm just constantly needing to sit down and wait. Oh, fucking hell, we got it. Nice. Oh, I was not expecting it to get that quick, so pretty good. And that is us done with Northshire Valley. So I'm going to go sell off all this junk, and the next time you see me, I will be out of this shithole. Pretty good. Didn't quite get level 7 as well, so not majorly over leveled going into Goldshire, but I think just the nature of the account, pretty much in most cases, we're going to be over leveled for stuff, so not much we can do, but let's make our way over to Goldshire now. We are here. We're at Goldshire. We're at the inn, so let's go inside and let's just check upstairs. Nothing nefarious going on up here. Not in a role-playing world, so that's good. No one's shagging in the bed next door, so pretty good. So let's just have a lie down and hope that no one comes in and sits in my face. So, yep, let's just chill it here. We're going to talk a bit about the whole of Elwynn Forest. Elwynn Forest, and see what we've got to do here. So, achievements. Obviously, achievements aren't in the game in Classic. We're on the Anniversary Realms as well, but obviously all the things has a kind of area for achievements. So explore Elwynn Forest, and there's a whole kind of exploration part here for each of the bits that you can explore in Elwynn Forest. It doesn't really get as much other than a bit of XP, but obviously we need to explore every single bit of the zone as well. There's some stuff in here around holidays with Darkmoon Fair. I'll admit that I don't really know much about the quests and stuff in Darkmoon Fair. It's something I'm going to need to look into and see what's possible and what's not possible. I know trinkets and stuff is probably a max level thing, but if there is any of that we can do when it's in the zone, then we'll probably do it. But yeah, for now, I think it'll probably be gone by the time that we're going to be spending in the zone anyway. Might even come back, considering how long we've got to go. There's still some stuff there in Northshire Valley that obviously will probably get checked off as we hand in some of these quests, and if we have to go back to the zone to basically kind of run back and hand some quests in. But overall, we've got 77 quests in the zone, and some of these will probably have a requirement to go into Westfall as well. We can't complete them until we unlock Westfall as a zone, so those will probably kind of remain uncompleted until we get there. Rares in the zone. So this is where things get a bit funny. So the rares here, we've got a total of 5 rares, and I don't know why it's saying 0 out of 3, but we've got 5 rares, and I think it's probably just because of these greens. These will actually come off as a tick if we get them as a drop, but we've got a few other things here, and this magic dust is probably one of the kind of big issues with the zone. So this rare has only a 1% drop rate, I believe. I'll put the drop rate up on the screen. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only 1% drop rate. And the rare, I don't know how quickly that spawns. We're going to need to do some testing on that, see how long it's going to take for that to appear, and how how many times could we kill it in a day, basically. Obviously, I'm doing this just when I've got time to do it as well, so I've got a full-time job, and yeah, we'll need to see how long that's going to take. But we're not leaving until we get it. So that is one of the things that we're going to need to farm, and I think it's not even going to be the biggest time gator in the zone, to be honest. So that's the rares there. The rest of the stuff should be fine. What's quite good is one of the rares drops a 8-slot bag, and I think that's 100% drop rate. So the first time we kill that one, we'll be getting an 8-slot bag, which is pretty nice when you're just starting off. The riding trainer's here as well, but obviously we can't learn this until level 40. So there's not much we can do about that. Once we're level 40, we'll need to come back and unlock that. Vendors here. So we've got some vendors that have got some greens, which is great. And, we've got some pets and stuff as well that we're going to need to collect. So we're going to need to get all the money for this as well. And the big ones, the mounts. So it is possible to purchase the mounts even when you do not have the level required to actually ride them or learn them. So while obviously it requires level 40 to learn, and this guy's going to come and sit in my face, please don't. Okay, good, he had a boar as well, so that would have been not the best, but we need to buy each of those mounts, and we'll head over to the actual vendor, take a look at them, show you exactly how much that's going to cost. But basically, the rule around being able to sell stuff in the auction house, and the whole auction house rule, I maybe would have just totally banned use of the auction house if it wasn't for these mounts being buyable at level 1. But I kind of need to be able to sell stuff in the auction house to be able to unlock these, because realistically, it would just take way too long to get the mounts without having some way to make money in the auction house. So yep, that's going to be painful, and that's probably the biggest issue with the zone, is getting these mounts, because they cost so much money. And yep, so there's a few things in there, and like we had with the last one, we've got some zone drops as well, so we need to get all of these. So chunk of boar meat apparently is here, and is one of the ones that's going to be checked off. And some other stuff in there, so mining shovels, magic candles, all this stuff. Most of this is going to come from kobolds by the look of it, but yeah, all these zone drops here we need to get as well. Plus, we now need to go pick up professions, and there's going to be a bit of decision made on what profession we're going to pick up. So probably enough ranting for now. We'll go do some things, pick up some professions, and get cracking through the zone, because obviously the more time I spend talking is less time grinding. So yep, let's go for it. So here we are in Stormwind. So I've just headed pretty much straight up from Goldshire to here, picked up all the quests in the area, and then I've came up here. Now I probably would need to come up here anyway with a quest at some point, but I thought that it's worth just coming up here, picking up professions as early as possible, because it's probably going to be how I'm going to make some money, and getting those sorted, and pretty much shown as well that here we've got a bunch of quests. There's some other stuff here in terms of vendors and stuff as well that we can pick up. So there's like a bunch of things there that we need to pick up. There's some weapon master stuff as well that we can pick up, or at least learn as a mage, and we'll need to learn those, get them to the kind of max possible level as well. Plus, while I'm here, I can drop off some of my items I've got. So we've still got the short sword and the hammer, so we can go chuck those in the bank, free up a couple of bag spaces, and from there, we can go and decide what professions we're going to pick. And I'm going to do a bit of research on the auction house just to see what a gathering profession is probably going to yield the most money on that. Because the gathering one, well, obviously I don't need to pick a gathering one. I probably will. I'm thinking skinning and tailoring is probably going to be my two professions. But we'll do a bit of research, and if it's maybe going to be better to go mining for copper, then I might potentially do that as well. So we'll have a look, and then when I'm actually picking the professions, we'll see what's happening. So I think looking at it, we're going to go with tailoring 100%. So it's good for the account, and there you go. Nice little noise there. And so there you go. I'll maybe need to turn that down on the add-on or whatever if it's too loud. But yeah, there we go. So we've started off the journey of our professions. Um, so the add-on still shows alchemy, blacksmithing and stuff in there. I'll maybe see if I can turn that off so that it's only showing the stuff that we can actually learn. So it's the same way like fishing, cooking, first aid. We still need to pick all those up and max them out to where I can. But tailoring, made a start. And yeah, we'll just kind of work through it, see how we get on. And yeah, well, next up, I think I'm probably going to take skinning. I have no idea where the skinning training is, but I think looking at it, while I probably could make more money from mining, I think skinning is just going to be easier. And I'm pretty sure, maybe not in these ones, but there is some kind of like crossover with skinning and tailoring. So yeah, I think skinning's the way to go. And if it ends up being a disaster, I can always pick up a different profession and unlearn it. So yeah, we'll just go for it. We'll pick this up and yeah, we'll just take it from there. Really, get back out there, head back to Goldshire and start knocking out some quests. And anytime we need to come back up to Stormwind, we'll be checking the quests on here because a lot of them, you can see there the levels popping up on them. So that's level 9 quest, level 10 quest, but this one's level 50, level 50, level 20, so things like that I'm probably not going to be able to complete, and they might jump across multiple zones as well, which just is not possible for the account. So we just come back, we deal with those as we go, and as we unlock zones, level up, we'll come back, knock that stuff off, and that's pretty much how the account's going to run if we actually ever get out of Elwynn Forest. So I didn't have a questy set up properly, but there is some low level quests in Stormwind that I can do. So I'll maybe just kind of bash through those. We'll see how it goes if this pops up on all the things. I don't actually know where the fuck I'm going here. Maybe it's over the other side. So we'll go hand this quest in, see if it knocks one of these off. Hopefully it does. Yep. I'll just keep going. Long, awkward silence as we hand this in. And it's a miracle. We are 1 out of 257 quests done in Stormwind, which is just fantastic. That's 0.38% of the quest done in Stormwind, but as I've already talked about, we'll not be completing all of those. But it will knock out some of these low level quests. Not get any experience for it, but we'll do what we can. So to probably wrap up this first episode, I thought I would come over and show you the glaring problem with getting out of Elwynn Forest, which is these mounts. Talked about it a bit in Goldshire, but I thought I would head over and just kind of show the issue firsthand. So we need 3,240 gold just for these mounts, which obviously is not going to be easy. We're locked to one zone, but hey, it's the challenge we've set ourselves, so we need to try and try and overcome it. So these mounts are definitely viable at level. You could come buy them at level 1 if you wanted to, but you know, it gives you the option there to buy them for that amount. It's just they're probably going to sit in a bank until we can actually use them. So yeah, I thought I would kind of end the episode on a big problem, and in the next episode we'll just keep going with quests, keep going with grinding, probably explore the rare mobs in the zone a bit more, and see how we're going to overcome this big gold gap. So thanks very much. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is the first time that I've ever tried to do anything like this. I've never really recorded videos, uploaded any kind of content, so I definitely would like any feedback that anyone's got. From watching back, even the clips that I've edited together, I'm probably aware that the sound's maybe not the 100% the best quality, so I do have a half decent mic, but I don't have a stand for it, so I think that's probably something that I'll need to take into account, because I can sometimes hear some keyboard clicks and stuff in the background when I'm talking over it. So it definitely would help to get a better setup in that regard. And obviously in the way that I'm maybe talking about some things in the video and the way I kind of articulate stuff, it probably could be better, but I definitely would appreciate any advice or feedback on the videos, and I definitely appreciate anyone that sat through it and watched to the end, and hopefully the upcoming videos will be a better quality, and I'll obviously naturally get better at this stuff. So thanks very much again, and I'll see you in the next episode.